Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Tonight I'm doing things just a little bit differently than I normally do on my channel. As you guys know, I usually do a lot of storytime videos and my precious publications where I cover pieces that I've had published in different anthologies and with different publishers as they come out. But tonight I think what I'm going to do is just sit down and do a tea time video with you guys. So go grab yourself a cup of nice hot tea and come join me, and I'm going to talk about some things that have been going on recently, just a few updates, and talk about some videos that I'm planning on doing hopefully in the near future. Tonight I'm drinking a lavender chamomile tea, which is really good for helping you sleep and good for helping control stress. I have been sleeping okay lately. I feel like I've been going to bed a lot earlier and waking up a lot earlier. I feel like I really can't sleep past like 5:30, 6 a.m. and it's been kind of making me crazy. So I wanted to have a more beneficial tea tonight to hopefully let me sleep in tomorrow, because it is Sunday and I actually can sleep in for a change. So hopefully this tea will calm me down and let me have a decent night's rest, because usually when I drink it I do feel a lot better and I am able to sleep pretty well. There's a few things that I do want to talk about, just some little updates going on and fun things that I thought I'd want to share with you guys. Binks is going crazy, so I apologize for all the noise you're probably hearing in the background. He's wired beyond belief. Probably because I've been home and have not left my house in about 2 weeks due to quarantine. So he's probably losing his mind because he's like, why are you here, human? Like, why are you in my house? Go somewhere, go away. So the first real big thing that I want to talk about tonight, because I did cover some of the things that are going on with the quarantine and how I have been kind of bored. Like, it's weird because I'm not really bored, but at the same time, like, there's so many other things that I wish I could be doing. Like, you take these things for granted once you realize, like, you're stuck at home. Like, I never realized how much I did enjoy just being able to go out and get some fast food takeout here and there. And now, basically, I haven't left my house at all. I do definitely want to go for a walk soon, but there's so many people outside walking around. Like, we're supposed to be social distancing, and I just see people constantly out walking. More people than I've seen, like, before all of this out on my street in my neighborhood. So I don't quite understand what is going on. But for those of you who have been following the news, as you know, I live in New York, and things here are absolutely insane. We passed over 100,000 cases today, just here in New York alone, and our death rate is really terrible. We've lost thousands of people here, and in our state alone, we have more cases than a lot of other countries have, and it's really, really scary when you think of it that way. So for that reason, as you guys know from my last video, I'm not going out. I'm staying home until all of this blows over. I have enough food, I have enough supplies, I have everything that I basically need. I have my cats. And should anything happen, which I'm praying that it doesn't, but should anything happen and I need to go to a doctor or go to a hospital, there's a hospital literally right down the street from me that I can get to. So thankfully where I live here in my city, it's a good area and safe for the most part in terms of if there were an emergency. But the only way we're going to get over this, as I said in my last video, is by staying home. Stay home, guys. Wash your hands. You know, social distance, do what you have to do, but we need to remember at the end of the day, just because if one of us gets sick, who may not be so much at risk, there are so many other people who have compromised immune systems who may be at risk, and you don't want to be the reason that something awful happens to them. But enough talk about the pandemic and everything going on with it. That was just basically my opener for those of you who may have missed my last video and who don't know what's going on and where I live and all this stuff. But there are some other things coming out of it. I've been doing a little bit of writing, which is really good. I know in my last video I said I really wasn't doing much, but I have been working a little bit on some writing. A lot of the reason for that is because I just opened up my Discord server for a writing group that I've been wanting to run for a while. I really wanted to do it in person, but then I thought about doing it and opening it up worldwide and having it on the internet, because that way there are so many more members that I can reach out to instead of finding local people. I used to run a local youth writing program, for those of you who followed me back in the day, and for those of you who know on my other social media platforms, I know I've talked about it a lot. But this way I can host something pretty much worldwide, and especially right now, given the circumstances, it's something to keep people active and keep them social and give them something to do and let them create. My Discord server is called Seeds of Inkling. For those of you who are writers or interested in writing, even just reading other people's work, or if you know other writers, we are really looking for a lot more members. Like I said, we're new, so we have a handful of members right now. I think we have 16 people, which it's really not a lot. Like I said, we just opened, but we really want to make a bigger community. We do weekly meetings, we do weekly and daily prompts, we do a monthly writing competition, and we're open for critique. We have a lot of resources for publishing, for writing, for improving grammar, spelling, things like that. And many of us in the server actually are professionals. We're either professional writers, a few people are professional editors, so it's really a good experience for all around. If you're interested in learning about writing, learning about the publishing industry and what goes into it, it's a really good server for you. Also though, if you're a new writer and you're just there because you want to write and you want some prompts and you want to make some friends, we've got a lot of new writers too that really don't care so much about being published, they just want to write. And that's completely fine. We're a server for everybody, anybody who likes to write. So if you're interested or you know somebody who may be interested, I'm including the link to my Discord server down below. So please give it a click and check it out and come join us. We would love to have you. Honestly, aside from that, I really haven't been doing much aside from working from home. But one of the cool things that I'm going to also be starting up, which actually starts tomorrow, is a class that I'm taking with my local spiritual shop. I've been looking into this for quite a while now and was kind of on the fence back and forth if I really wanted to do it because it is an investment. It's basically a class that you take for a year and a day. It meets once a month, the first Sunday of every month. And normally I'm at Comic-Cons all year. Every weekend of the year, as you guys know from everything that I've said in the past and other videos, I'm at conventions basically every weekend of the year. So I've never had the opportunity to take up this class and really be active and engaged in it because it is a class that you can't miss. You can't miss a class because of all the information that's being covered. With everything going on and this class being taught on Zoom, I finally have the opportunity and the time to sit down and actually take it and to learn. So I am very excited. The class includes so many things. There are so many books that I've gotten already. I have a huge binder here with a ton of information. There's also a lot of tools that come with the class. I got a beautiful crystal from the instructor to basically start my journey with, and like I said, I'm really excited to do this. I'm really excited to learn, and I'm really excited to invest myself in all of the teachings that I'm going to be getting in this class, and hopefully I can use it for bettering myself, just both personally and spiritually. So I'll definitely be doing a follow-up video about that a little bit later on so I can show you some of the things that I've gotten in the class. I can talk a little bit about what we've been discussing and encourage those who may want to sign up for it to sign up for the next round that's going on. I believe there's different classes that happen different points of the year. It seems to be that they're usually like 6 months apart. So definitely, if you guys are interested, I will link that down below in a future video so that you guys can get involved. And if that's something that you're interested in learning about and, you know, furthering your spiritual path, it's definitely worth it. And speaking of my spiritual shop, before all the quarantine and the shutdowns started, I went there the day before. I picked up the book that the owners of the shop had just gotten published. I'm going to do a review of that later on. I absolutely loved the book. It's extremely helpful. I'm not going to get into it here on this video, but I'm going to have a whole other video talking about it. But that's basically what I went to the store to get. And while I was there, I picked up a bunch of other things. I got a bunch of really pretty and beautiful smelling candles. I'll show you really quick because I have some of it right here. I got some protection spray, mainly for when we do some of our like haunted, paranormal, ghost hunting adventures, but that's not going to be happening for a while now, but it's good to have because it smells really good. And I also got, which I'll have to be trying sometime soon. Right now, as you know, I'm having my chamomile lavender tea, but this is a tea put out by my spiritual shop. From what I've heard, it is wonderful. They hand make it right there, and I'm really excited to try it. Maybe some night when I'm trying to be creative or taking one of the classes, it would be something nice to have. But tonight, like I said, lavender chamomile, I need to sleep. And honestly, the only other update that I have right now is Animal Crossing. that's what's been keeping me sane. I'm sure a lot of other people have been playing Animal Crossing as well. I've seen it all over my social media platforms. I've shared my code with so many people. If you guys want my Switch code and you want to be friends with me and come hang out on my island, or have me come hang out on yours, check out my Switch code below. Hit me up, send me a friend request. I would love to be friends with you guys because, like I said, Animal Crossing is where it's at right now. That's my escape from the reality that we are unfortunately living. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it tonight for this tea talk. I'm going to finish my cup of tea. I am going to write a little bit more, hang out in my Discord server because I can see their messages popping up right now as I'm trying to record this. I told them that I was going to be gone about 10 minutes. This video has gone over 10 minutes by a little bit, so they're probably messaging me wondering where I am. But definitely come hit me up, join me in my Discord server, add me on Switch, and come play on my island. And definitely stay tuned because I have a lot more videos coming out very soon, some more Precious publications, and some other paranormal story times that I've been kind of holding off on telling. I've been wanting to tell, I just have not had time, even though I have all the time in the world, literally, to sit down and actually film them. So I will see you guys very soon. Please stay safe. Please wash your hands. Keep being lovely, wonderful people. Be kind. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.